trusted him the moment I looked into his eyes. I don't know why. Maybe it was the way he smiled, like he already knew me. Or maybe it was how calm I felt standing next to a complete stranger, as if my heart had finally found a place to rest. That night was supposed to be simple. Just a small gathering at my friend's house. Soft music, dim lights, and quiet laughter filling the room. I wasn't even planning to go, but something inside me pushed me out the door, straight into him. His name was Ayan. He wasn't loud or attention-seeking. In fact, he stayed in the corner most of the night, watching, listening. When we finally spoke, it didn't feel like meeting someone new. It felt like continuing a conversation we had started years ago. "Feels like I've known you forever," he said softly. I laughed, but deep down I felt it too. We talked for hours, about life, dreams, pain, things you don't usually tell strangers. But with him, nothing felt forced. He understood my silences. He listened to my fears without judgment. And somehow, I gave in. Not just my trust, but my heart. That same night, I let my walls fall completely. I believed him when he said, "You're safe with me." I believed every word, every promise, every gentle touch. But what I didn't know that night was that I wasn't the only one in his story. Days turned into weeks. Ayan became my routine, my comfort, my escape from everything that ever hurt me. He called me every morning, stayed up late just to hear my voice. Made me feel like I mattered. I thought this was love, until one small moment changed everything. One message, one name, one truth that shattered everything I believed in.
It happened on a quiet afternoon. Ayan was in the shower, and his phone lit up beside me. I wasn't the kind of person who checked someone else's phone. I trusted him. Completely. But that day, something felt off. The screen showed a message. "Are you coming home tonight? She's asking about you." She. My heart skipped. At first, I told myself I was overthinking. Maybe it was a cousin. Maybe a friend. But something deep inside me refused to stay silent. So I did something I never thought I would do. I opened the message. And in that moment, my world collapsed. It wasn't just one message. There were hundreds. Photos. Conversations. Memories I was never part of. A woman. A child. Ayan wasn't just someone's boyfriend. He was someone's husband. Someone's father. My hands started shaking. My chest felt tight, like I couldn't breathe. I stared at the screen, hoping it would all disappear. Hoping it was some kind of mistake. But it wasn't. When he came out of the shower, smiling like nothing had changed, I couldn't recognize him anymore. "Who is she?" I asked, my voice barely holding together. His smile faded. For a moment, he said nothing. And then, he sighed. "It's complicated," he whispered. Complicated. That word broke something inside me. Because to me, it was simple. He lied. He betrayed me. He used my trust like it meant nothing. "I was going to tell you," he said. But I knew. He wasn't. Tears rolled down my face, but I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't fall apart in front of him. Because something inside me had already changed. The girl who trusted him instantly was gone. In her place stood someone stronger. Someone who saw the truth clearly. And in that moment, I made a decision. I wouldn't just walk away. I would make sure he felt the weight of what he did. Not with anger, but with truth.
Digging himself deeper into his own web of deception. And slowly, I gathered everything. Messages, voice notes, promises he made to me while pretending to be loyal somewhere else. Then one evening, I sent a message, not to him, but to her. My hands trembled as I typed. Not out of fear, but out of empathy. Because I knew she deserved the truth just as much as I did. "Hi, I think we need to talk about Ayan." The response came within minutes. Confused, worried. We met the next day. She was nothing like I expected. She wasn't angry or cold. She was kind, gentle, and completely unaware of the life her husband was living behind her back. When I showed her everything, her silence said more than words ever could. Tears filled her eyes, but she didn't break. Just like me, she became stronger in that moment. Together, we confronted him. No shouting, no drama, just truth. He stood there, speechless. The same man who once had all the right words, suddenly had none. And for the first time, I saw him clearly, not as the man I loved, but as the man he truly was. Broken, weak, empty. We didn't need revenge after that, because losing our trust was his biggest loss. I walked away that day, not as a victim, but as someone who had learned a powerful lesson. Sometimes people enter your life like a dream, only to leave as a truth you can never ignore. And trust is not something you give instantly. It's something that should be earned. Slowly, carefully, and honestly, because the wrong person doesn't just break your heart. They change the way you see everything. But the right strength comes when you choose to walk away. with your dignity still intact.